I'm Mark Maier with Enviroguard. In this video, we'll be training on the MaxGuard and ClearGuard products for your mold and moisture control surfaces. Prior to use, surfaces should be clean and dry. If you haven't done so already, register below for the React Extract Remediation System training for details. MaxGuard and ClearGuard are used for the long-lasting protection of most construction materials in interior, exterior, and high humidity areas. They act as moisture barriers to prevent moisture content increases of structural surfaces, and they're formulated with an EPA-registered antimicrobial to prevent against mold and mildew growth on the coating's surface long-term. In fact, our antimicrobial won the Presidential Designing Greener Chemicals Award due to its low leaching properties and durability on the hulls of ships. This makes our protective coatings both safer for the environment and longer lasting than our competition, yielding a 10 and 15-year manufacturer's warranty at twice the coverage rate per gallon. In post-remediation applications, MaxGuard and ClearGuard are used in moisture-prone areas like attics, basements, and crawl spaces. In construction applications, they're used to protect all framing materials before or after dry-in. In this training video, we're going to discuss safety recommendations, product performance, tools, best practices, ease of use, cleanup, and product coverage to maximize the results, efficiency, and profit of your mold and moisture control services. Both MaxGuard and ClearGuard are non-hazardous and low VOC for the maximum safety of the user. However, you may want to use nitrile or coated gloves, a Tyvek suit to protect your clothes and skin, and a fit-tested half or full-face respirator with an organic vapor cartridge and filter. Next, let's discuss the tools and materials for your mold and moisture control services. ClearGuard applies white but dries clear to preserve the natural look of surfaces. For this reason, it's most often used on joists, trusses, and OSB and plywood sheathing in attics, as well as to top coat architectural surfaces in moisture-prone areas. MaxGuard is self-priming and both applies white and dries white to cover stains or to provide a clean, bright, white, durable finish. For this reason, it's most often used on joists, trusses, and OSB and plywood sheathing in basements and crawl spaces. Both products are breathable. That means that the surface that they're applied to has a higher than desired moisture content. The moisture can evaporate and escape the coating to prevent against wet and dry rot conditions or to allow for drying if saturated by a water damage event in the future. Both MaxGuard and ClearGuard are tintable. Both protective coatings use elastic plasticizers to allow expansion and contraction with changes in temperature. They're low VOC products, making them safe to work with and around, and they're water-based, making cleanup fast and easy with soap and water. While they can be applied with simple hand tools like brushes and rollers, for efficiency and in mid-sized to larger areas, an airless paint sprayer is recommended. The equipment for this production protocol includes a commercial airless paint sprayer that is rated for the number of hours that you expect to use it per year with all Enviroguard coatings and sealants. Now let's discuss best practices. A job site safety evaluation and inspection should be completed within the areas that this production protocol is being executed. Any necessary remediation or emergency services such as water damage or fire damage restoration should be completed prior to this protocol. Surfaces should be at less than 20% moisture content prior to use. If surfaces are above 20% moisture content, a dehumidifier should accompany the application of MaxGuard and ClearGuard to assist curing. Test a small area prior to starting the job to ensure curing. Now that we've completed site preparation, let's discuss protective coating details and steps. Prior to sealing with MaxGuard or ClearGuard, all necessary cleaning and drying procedures should take place first. Both coatings are applied in the same way. While 10 wet mils is the standard for warranted coverage, you may find that you need more MaxGuard for covering darker surfaces and blocking severe stains. Set the airless sprayer up outside of the space to be sealed if possible, and plug your airless sprayer into a 110 volt outlet. If an extension wand is desired, attach it to your spray handle and tighten. The minimum tip size for MaxGuard is 17, whereas the minimum tip size for ClearGuard is 15. To reduce the need for tip clearing, a slightly larger tip may be desirable. The first number on the tip indicates the width of your spray pattern. The spray pattern width is simply that number multiplied by 2. For example, if you have a 515 tip, expect to cover a 10-inch pattern for every pass. Select your tips for best efficiency based upon the coverage needed and product being used. Insert your tip into its handle and tighten all joints. Then run the sprayer hose with handle into the area being coated. Use a paddle mixer and drill to blend your coating until uniform in appearance, then place the sprayer's draw tube into the coatings bucket. Set the sprayer to prime and turn the recirculating switch off, turn the pump on, and purge any water in the line into a separate bucket. Once purged, place the recirculating line into your bucket of coating, turn the recirculating switch on, and allow to cycle for 10 to 15 seconds. Turn the dial on your sprayer from prime to the lowest pressure setting and test the sprayer pattern. If the sprayer pattern is inconsistent or split, then your pressure is too low and needs to increase. If your spray pattern results in fogging, then your pressure is too high and needs to be reduced. Test the sample area for desired coverage and measure with your wet mill gauge to establish consistency. To ensure consistent application on vertical surfaces, we use a technique called half hatching. This is especially important on irregular surfaces such as wood and masonry. Start by applying horizontally, overlapping 50% with each pass. Finish the surface by applying vertically, following the same 50% overlap technique. To assure even coverage and wet film thickness, always apply directly perpendicular to the surface. Additionally, apply straight onto the surface, avoiding tailing off, and make sure that your sprayer tip is a minimum of 10 to 12 inches from the surface to prevent sag, dripping, or waste. When spraying joist bays, overlap between the bottom of the joist and the sheathing above it, making sure to cover a minimum of 50% of the entire bay per pass. Remove the draw tube and recirculating tube from the pail and spray the remaining product in the line back into its original container. Turn power off to the unit, then fill a 5-gallon bucket with tap water. Place the draw tube and recirculating tube into the 5-gallon bucket of water. Turn the sprayer's dial to clean and turn the recirculating switch on. Allow the water to circulate through the system for 20 to 30 seconds. Empty and rinse the 5-gallon bucket of now dirty water and fill it up again with fresh water. Place the draw tube and recirculating tube into the 5-gallon bucket of water. Turn the sprayer's dial to the low pressure setting and turn the recirculating switch off. Spray the clean water through the line and tip until the water runs clear. For best practices, spray into a black contractor bag to see the color change. To prevent corrosion, protect your sprayer with pump fluid before storing. For best results before applying MaxGuard or ClearGuard, use the React Extract remediation system to remove mold staining and clean surfaces. While the structure is available to us, insulation can be installed in combination with the protective coatings to air seal, control moisture, insulate, improve structural rigidity and strength, and improve comfort. All Enviroguard products described in this video can be found at EnviroguardDirect.com or call us at 828-548-3900 for more information.